Aloha beautiful lovelies, and welcome to today's video. So in today's video I am going over how I created my thank you cards in Canva. So if that's what you're looking for, then this is the video for you. It's a perfect video for beginners. If you are new to the business and you're trying to figure out how can I make my thank you cards at home while using a software like Canva that does have a free version. Granted, in the video, I do have the pro version of Canva, but there's still many options that you can use as the free version that are so helpful along the way if you're just getting started. So if that's what you're into, then stay tuned for the video. So diving right in, I've got my Canva app open. I am doing this on my iPad. So I'm creating a new design and I'm typing in postcard for the general size of 5 by 5 by 4¼ inches. So now that we're open to the new screen, I do need to resize the dimensions so that it's long ways. Now that we have the right dimensions, I'm going to go ahead and add in the heading text under the text bubble and start typing in the name of my brand, Urban Nomad, to act as the header of the text. Now, if you already have a logo as a JPEG, you can always upload it into your upload section, or you can pull it off of your camera roll and add it in just as is. For me, in this specific purpose, I just wanted to type out my name since I'm using this font as my logo at the moment, so it was just easy to just type it in how I wanted it. So I'm just updating the colors of the text to fit my branding, which if you are under the Pro plan, then you can have your own brand kit as a part of that where you can save your brand colors. So now that the brand colors are in, I typed in the thank you, and now I'm looking for background graphics to go with the vibe. So I'm testing out a gold swatch to see if I like how that looks, and I'm trying to figure out different effects to see what graphics I think will best relay my brand for this thank you card. So I found this geometric shape that I really liked, so I know I really wanted to work with this in some way on the design, and that's why I got rid of the other two gold accent pieces, because I think this piece will be enough. So now I'm just resizing some of my fonts to get a better picture of how I want everything to be, since I know I want that symbol to be the biggest part of the design. So I already had my socials saved both in this block format as well as individually as a PNG file with transparent background, which I was able to do through Canva with the Pro plan, which is part of why I like the plan so much, is because they have a lot of really good options available for things like that. And so what I'm doing now is just doing my footer section, going over the call outs for my socials, and so that they'll follow me on my social channels as well as checking out my website. So I didn't particularly care for the block of them together, so I went ahead and changed it out for the individual ones, and now I'm just doing some resizing to get it to fit to the page how I like. So with Canva, they do have an option where you can position your object, whether that's the text box or an image, and that allows you to really be able to know something is dead center or middle, or to align it to the top, middle, bottom, center, left, or right of the page. And then also part of that option is a tidy up button, where if you select all the items and click tidy up, it'll space them evenly amongst themselves. Now that I have the general idea of where I want my major text to go, as well as that main element, I'm playing around with some background element design pieces. So I saw an image before that I wanted to kind of try and play around with here, where it's a bunch of ovals, since I do use a lot of like that circular shape in a lot of my marketing and branding of Urban Nomad. So that's what you see going on here. I was trying something out. I ended up not caring for how the shape looked, so I aborted mission here. So since I decided to go away from that initial thought, I still wanted to have that circular element to the background of the design. So I just used that initial oblong piece and then spread it out across the design. And I tried it in a few different areas just to see which way I liked the most and which design spoke to me the most. I started with this element, and then I thought there wasn't really enough negative space going on around it. So I opted out of doing it this way, and then instead I wanted to have some bold coloring in the background, so I wanted to try that out. So I tried the blue there, and I wasn't really feeling that either because I just felt like it was too much space going on. So I flipped the colors. I decided I really liked the blue behind it, so I brought it down a bit so that it's giving that overall arching feel above the symbol that I really liked. So now I'm going into just resizing things a bit and starting to type in my main thank you text. So we're going to jump forward to that being fully typed out and then resizing that down to fit comfortably within that element piece. So we're just resizing things now just to get a feel for it. So I'll just go ahead and let you see that process. So now that I have a better idea of the overall spacing of things, I decided that I wanted to get rid of that peachy nude color as the background and just go with a clean white, which I think accented the blue as well as that gold symbol really well. So I'm playing around with my signature piece there, so playing around with a few different fonts, seeing how I like the type font going on, which one spoke the most to me, as well as blending in with the overall aesthetic of the card itself. So you'll see me playing around with that here. So now that I have a general idea of the font I want to use for the signature piece, I'm looking to see if I want to add any other accent elements. So I'm using the search tool within the elements tab to find some cute little hearts to see if maybe I like anything that would play into like a sign off for my name. So here you also are seeing a bit of a sneak peek to my candle care card, and if you guys want me to do a video specifically on how I did my candle care card and what I decided to put into my candle care card, just let me know in the comments down below and I'll be happy to do that for you guys. Also, if you guys are liking this content, please go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell notifications so you'll be in the know for each of my videos. So I was having a hard time figuring out how to really make the signature pop because I really like the red coloring. So I was going around and playing with the different features for that. And so this is where I left off. I did actually end up going back and changing all of the font on the inside as well as in the socials to be white, same as the Let's Be Social line, so that it really popped out. But all in all, that's my design. I went ahead and downloaded it, so I saved it as a PNG file, and I did save it as a transparent background, and I did that so that I could then resize it and position it onto another sheet, but that's also not necessary. You could always just download it as is if you're already going to use a white background anyway, but I tend to do that out of habit. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and like and subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.